Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Crafty Chemist Designs. This is a special session. We are doing the May 2025 paper pumpkin kit. So grab your kits off the shelf and let's get these done. I just pushed go live on Instagram. So if you're watching on Instagram, say hello. If you are watching on Facebook, give me a hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. I'm going to share it to the group as soon as it shows that I'm live on my computer. What's everybody doing today on this special Saturday? Okay, I shared it to the group now, so hopefully we'll get people joining in. We are doing the May 2020. Sorry if a little feedback. Hi, Julie. So I meant to go live yesterday, last night, but I had to babysit the grandkids, and I didn't get home until like 1 a.m. this morning, and I didn't think I could do a live while watching the two kids. Although probably I could have because Monroe fell asleep at 7, so I would have only had Ellie. Hi, Sherry. So whoever's on, grab your May paper pumpkin. I absolutely love this one, and I can't wait to do these, and I can't wait to try a scrapbook layout with these because these are gorgeous. Hi, Dee. So I survived Nona camp, is what I like to call it, 2 full days with the kids by myself. I did pick up and drop off duty at daycare, all the food, baths, bedtime, reading, all the stuff. And it wasn't too bad. It was pretty good. I survived, but I'm tired. So right after this live, I am going to bed because I was going to spend the night there, but Darcy was acting funny, so I came home I left about 12:30 their place, and got home, like I said, about 1, and then I couldn't get right to sleep, so I've been up for a while. Yeah, I know. Ugh. I'm tired though. It's not like when I had the girls when I was, 21. Let's see, when my kids were their age, I was 24, I think, because they're about, well, they're a little bit closer in age than mine two are. Megan and Michaela are 3.5 years apart, and Monroe and Ellie are like 2 years apart, basically. So, but I was 24, much easier to run after them, carry them up and down the stairs, um, get them in and out of the bath, and Monroe's crib, they've got it down at the lowest setting, and I can't reach down there to pick him up. I have to kind of either get him to stand up a little bit or sit up so I can grab him, or have to kind of grab at his clothes and pull him up a little bit so I can get him out. I need a step stool. That might help. Okay, but you're not here to hear my grandma woes. I know what's not woes, because like I said, it went really, really well. So I couldn't have asked for a better time, but it's tiring for this 55-year-old grandma. I'd much rather sit and do my paper pumpkin kit. Well, no, that's not true. I'd rather be with them, but like not be full in charge for 2 days. That was a little much. Um, so this time we are going to work on the Mountain Majesties. So grab your paper pumpkin kits. You know, I do these every month because I want to get these made. I don't want these to sit on my shelf and you know not get done. So that's why I try to use these, and I love to send these, and people really love these. So um, this is what they look like. This is the May kit, Mountain Majesties. And the colors are basic black, Lost Lagoon, Misty, Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie, and Petal Pink. There's all of the kit materials. And then you can get the add-on die set that goes with, let's see, the April, May, and June kit. These go with the April, May, and June kit. The ones that's starting in July, I'm definitely getting the add-on. Um, there's something in it that I want, but for the life of me, I don't remember what it is. But something that I absolutely have to have, so I'm getting that next time. Okay, I do have all of the information about it on my blog, periodicallycrafty.blogspot.com, so you can read all about it. And remember, these paper pumpkin kits are, I think they're $27 now. That is shipped. So that includes the shipping. Plus you get $2 in Stampin' Rewards if you know, every time you use these. Okay. So let's look at the kit. Here are the card bases. This one makes 3 each of 3 designs. So here's one card base. And I love that it's on the front and the back. So if you want, you could cut these in half and put them on, you know, basic white cardstock and then make twice as many cards. You'll have to, there are sometimes a little bit extra of the punch outs in that, but you can make do for that. Here's another set. This one's got some of the petal pink in there. I really love that. And it kind of looks like a sun. I don't know. Can you see the little sun design? I don't know. The Facebook is a little bit delayed. I mean, it's quite delayed this time. So, and then this last one. This is, I think, my favorite one. I just love the colors. And these actually look kind of watercolored. From the pictures, I didn't really get that sense. You know, from this, well, I guess now that I'm looking at it, I can tell. But when you look at these up close, they really are like nicely watercolored. I love this one's got the sun and the mountains in the background. So then you got the punch outs. There's some vellum. Look at this vellum. This is thick vellum that's colored, but you can still kind of see through it. That's cool. I don't really, I mean, I probably have seen it, but I don't really remember seeing vellum. Hi, Jeannie. Vellum that is colored and thick like this. And then these trees are so nice. It says, thank you for being the person you are. And then there are the white kind of punch outs for your sentiments. Dimensionals. I love this because there's always more than what you need, and so you have extra. But my favorite part of the paper pumpkins is the envelopes. Look at these envelopes. They usually have a design. Actually, I've never seen ones that are colored all over. Like the whole envelope is colored. Usually they'll have like an image or something on here, or the flaps are colored, or the inside's colored. These ones looks like they're all colored. This is like a not to be missed set. Wow. I'm gonna see if there's refills available because these are amazing. Here's some more vellum. And then the tear and tape. You also get a stamp set. And let's see. This stamp set, these say, I love you, best dad ever, you're the greatest, happy Father's Day, happy birthday, you mean the world to me, and you, oh, there we go, that's upside down, to a wonderful man. And then it's got these like little birds. They're not full birds, it's the like the V kind of birds. And the Stampin' Spot is Misty Moonlight. So all of this stuff comes in your kit. It makes 9 cards and it's $27. So that's $3 a card, which is less than cards at Walgreens. And they come in a box like this. The box is useful to store things. And then they come with instructions and a little, this is for your stamp pad. Shows you what all of the sentiments are and such, and what all the stamps are. Okay, so why don't we get started with card 1? Let me know if you have any questions about Paper Pumpkin. They come every month. It's automatic. I have it, so I just have my credit card on file, and they send it to me every month. You don't have to worry about it. But FYI, I am not going to do a kit together for the June kit because I'm going to be in England for the whole duration of the June kit. I'll come back right when the July kit starts, so I'm just gonna skip that month for a kit together. You still get it. It's gorgeous. It's floral with gold foiling. So it's not to be missed. Okay, let's look at card number 1. It's this one. This is the background. What I love about these directions is it tells you specifically, what to do. Stamp here with this color, put the dots, the adhesive like here. So it's really step by step. Okay, so let's find out what we need for this one. We need this card base. And like I said, you can cut these in half if you want. I am just going to make them as instructed. Okay, and then so we need I did get my Stampin' Block. So FYI, you get a block in your first Paper Pumpkin and then you don't get a block. So make sure you keep the ones that you have. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is get the little birds. And the Misty Moonlight. And this is new, so I'm going to kind of score open because it is taped closed. So, okay. So let's ink up our stamps. This is new, so I'm trying to be generous with it. I probably should stamp off someplace, but I'm going to trust it. So it looks like we put them kind of in the sun going off into the side like this. Love it. Okay, and if I were you and I was making all 9 of the cards right now, I would just stamp all of these while this is on the block, but I'm making one of each for you. Okay. And then you're supposed to take the other little set of the birds and put it down here. Okay. And then we need to stamp the sentiment. And it says Happy Father's Day. Here, this, okay. And we're going to stamp this onto the little square. So let's find the punches, and it looks like it's this one. The rectangle, just small rectangle like this. So I am going to make a Happy Father's Day. I'll give this to Henry. I will see him on Father's Day. That was actually one of the things that we did while I had the kids is I bought a mug at Michael's, one of those plain white mugs, you know. Let me stamp this. And then the little acrylic paint, I painted the kids' hands. Well, one hand, I painted each of the kids' hand, and then I put it on the mug. Um, it turned out really, really well. Considering Monroe was, you know, not super cooperative because he just kept wanting to go like this with the paint on his hand instead of, you know, touching the mug very well. But we got him to do it, and it's pretty good. I'm impressed. Okay, now all we have to do is you think I need the other card base for this one? Oh yeah, you're right. It looks green. Looks green. Okay, guys, don't follow me. Let me see. This one. But you know what? I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. So let me see. So gosh, well, I'm glad that you told me before I got too far along. You're right. It is the green. They look very similar, and especially the sun thing. So I think I'm going to continue because these pieces will match up. Now I know that. You know what? Let's just start over with that one. I've got plenty, right? And I can use that one on my scrapbook layout. Okay. Thanks for catching me, Dee. You guys are always a lifesaver. Here I am just talking about stuff and not paying attention. But the beauty of these is really you can do whatever you want. So I could continue with what I was doing, but I want to do how they have it because this is supposed to be illustrative for you. So it doesn't help when I do it wrong. Again, you can tell I'm tired. Just you guys wait until the lives from England when we've been going all day long and we're giddy from being so tired. It's always fun. Always fun. I have found a couple craft stores that I'm going to visit. So if you guys aren't following our Instagram and TikTok for our travels, it's oh gosh, it's what is it? Cobblestones and suitcases? Cobblestones and suitcases. I'll post a link before we go. because I'm gonna do some lives from, not lives like this, but I'll do like a walkthrough of the craft stores there. We did that last year, or last year we went to like a Michael's. It wasn't Michael's, but it was like a Michael's. And it was really interesting, the stuff that they had there. Okay, I think I'm back on track. Okay, here's the one thing I wanted to talk about, because I did see on some people's comments about the dimensionals. Okay, so let's look at these before I put dimensionals on them. Okay, so I think, gosh, you guys make sure that I'm doing these correctly. So A, B, I think B and, let's see, B, I think this is B. This is B and D. B and D. Do we think this one's C? I think this is C. Let's see. There's these ones. A is bigger. Where is the A? You think this is the A? Maybe, no. Because A goes this way. Got it. Okay, here we go. I think I found him. Okay, here's the A. I think this is A. Okay, so this is A. Let's see if I got this right. A, B, C, and D. Okay, before I stick these down, okay, this is what they're showing. So I think A, B, C, and D. Okay, I think that's you guys let me know. You think these are the right ones? Give me a thumbs up if you think these are the right ones. I think these are the right ones. And the one thing is here's vellum, and then there is a this is paper, and then this is vellum, and then this is paper. And I think they do that deliberately because of hiding the dimensionals. But here's what I wanted to talk about. So they have you add dimensionals to here. So this is going to be dimensional. This one is just going to be tape. This one's just tape, and then this one's dimensional. So people were saying that it's going to be like two or three layers of dimensionals on top of each other. So the card is going to be very, very thick. So kind of keep that in mind. So I'm going to do it how they say to do it on the directions on here, and then I'll let you see, and then you can decide if it's too thick, and if it is, then you can just use tape or whatever to make it thinner. Okay, so I'm going to do it how they say to do it. Okay, so this one, this is the D. The dimensionals go on here. And I did watch the video of this one beforehand, just FYI, because I do have a quick walkthrough video. Okay, so this one, it says to put 3 on here. So let's do that. Okay. And then this one, I'm going to put the dimensionals, and they have us put it around kind of the bottom like this. So I think because the top part shows up. Okay, so I got the dimensionals on what they say, and then these ones, the tape goes on these ones. Okay. This is a tear and tape. You can buy this, separately for your own use. I might bring some with me to England because of the junk journal that I'm doing I'm going to keep all of our like tickets and um, receipts and different things and put it into my junk journal. So I need some extra stuff, some extra adhesive for that. Okay, now let's put this together. I'm assuming you put this together with the A, B, C, and D. So let's do that. So let's put the A on first. Who has this kit? Let me know if you have this kit. Okay, so A, I'm going to put A down here. Okay, now you see with the vellum, you can see that, but stuff is going to go on top of it, so you shouldn't see that. Okay, now B goes next. And this one just has the tear and tape. So let's do B. And we want to try and line it up real nice. A, B. This is C. Okay. C has just a tear and tape. Hi, Diana. And I mean, truthfully, if you look at these cards, they're amazing even without the decorations on here. So if you feel scared or whatever, I mean, this is a gorgeous card. I would put like the happy birthday or whatever on here, but it's gorgeous kind of just how it is. Okay, and this one goes on here. With the dimensionals. Okay, nice. And then the Happy Father's Day. And okay, so if you put it here, this is dimensional. I think I'm gonna put it maybe here. I don't know if I put it here. Well, I said I was gonna do it how they said. So here it is. You can see the dimension of it. I don't know. So I don't know if you can see, but it is 2 layers of dimensionals. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. It's 2 layers of the dimensionals. Okay, so if that's too thick for you, then don't put a dimensional on this bottom one on D. Don't put a dimensional on here, and then put the Happy Father's Day someplace that's not a second layer of dimensionals. Okay, so there is card number 1. Okay. What do you guys think about card number 1? Oh gosh, I just stunned a fly. Now I don't know where he went. I thought I got him, but he flew away. Okay, so this is card number 1. Hi, Speedy Scrapper. Welcome. We're doing the May paper pumpkin kit by Stampin' Up. I am going to be making a scrapbook layout after I make these 3 cards, so stick around. Okay, let's look at this one, number 2. And for this one, we need, which card base do we need? Okay, we need this one. This is a little bit easier one. I don't think I can mess this up. Yeah, I like the card a lot too. Like I said, I'm going to give that to Henry. I feel like this one actually would be a nice sympathy card. I mean, obviously not with Happy Father's Day on it, but don't you think this would be a nice sympathy card? You can use that white square and then just use your one of your stamps that you have. Okay, so what do we need to do here? Okay, we need to take the small thing of birds, the one that's got like three or 4 birds, and put it right here at the top. I love the colors on this one. And this reminds me of the Scenic Adventure set. I remember I did the um, easel card with the Scenic Adventure. This reminds me very much of it. I don't know if it coordinates, but they look very similar because these mountains are very, very similar. So I think this would work well with that set. Okay, so I stamped that. Um, so we need one of the white piece and then the sentiment. Let's find that. So I think this is the white piece we need. And then let's find the sentiment. Okay, here's the sentiment. Okay, and it says to put dimensionals on the right in the middle of the white piece. And then it looks like on the left edge of the sentiment. Because it's going to hang off the edge a little bit. Oh, there's my flies back. I missed him that time. Okay. We need, let's look at what we need for this piece before I go any further. Okay, so I need the vellum. I need this piece. I think this piece. Okay, let's see if I need anything else as we go along. Okay. So on this piece, we put the dimensionals on the vellum. And it's showing we put the dimensionals kind of like right across here, across the top. not the very pointy part, but right across where it would be the flat part. If you cut that point off, and then 3 down here. And then this piece gets the tape. And then you kind of put the tear and tape in the same area. Okay. So it looks like we put this first, A. Let's put the vellum down first. Make sure you line it up pretty good. Okay, and then B. And so A is the vellum, so you can see through that one. This one is paper, so you won't be able to see through that. And that's why you don't put dimensionals up there. You know, I can see if you were one to cut these kits up and you can make, I think, so many cards with this because I think you could use a front and the back, cut that up, make a couple cards, and then like with this, you could make another card. I mean, you can make so many cards with this stuff. Okay. And now if the white piece goes here, I'm going to, oh shoot, I think I put this on the wrong side, guys. I guess I could have put it over the other direction. Because see, we're going to put it like this. So you, oh no, I had it, no, yeah, I had it on the wrong side. You want the dimensionals on this side. So let's kind of figure out where we're going to put this before okay, I'm going to put it right about there. And then the dimensionals go on this side. I'm going to lower it a little bit because I don't want it to go over top of this. Okay, there we go. Okay. Thank you for being the person you are. Look at that. Now this one is only one layer of dimensional. Well, I guess it's two because this is a layer of dimensionals and then this is a layer of dimensionals on top of that. So again, this is 2 layers. It's probably going to require the non machine, machine stamp. Okay. So that's number 2. Where's the first card? Here's the first card. So these are the cards so far, 1 and 2. Let's make card number 3. Card number 3. Okay, here's card number 3. Here's the card base for number 3. I got the right ones. Just FYI, don't confuse these two. They look similar, but they're different. So this is the one you need for number 3. And you mean the world to me. I think I'm going to give this one to Michaela for her birthday. Her birthday was a couple days ago, but I'm going to see her this coming weekend. So I'm going to give her a card then. Okay, you mean the world to me. I put it right here in the sun. I did send them that Scenic Adventures pop-up easel card. as a thank you for my Mother's Day gift, because they hike in the mountains, go to Mount Hood and all that stuff. I think it's Mount Hood. Yeah, Mount Hood. So I thought it was appropriate for them. Okay. And then let's see. We need A and B. I think this is A. B, this is B. Okay, this is B, the vellum. And then this is C. Okay, so what does it say? For A, A is paper, so you can put dimensionals without worrying about being able to see them. A, let's see, one up here, one up here. It's showing two like this. And then two here. Okay. B, this one seems like it's going to be multi-layer also. And it's having us put dimensionals. This one looks like it's going to be 3 layers. Well, since I'm giving it to her in person, I guess that's going to be okay. But you might want to do this layer because it's showing dimensionals on here. But you might want to use a tear and tape for this layer. I don't know. Because it's going to be multi-layer here. And it is just having us do it right across the bottom. Okay, so this is A. So let's put A down. Okay, let's see. That's here. Trying to line it up as best I can. There we go. Okay, B. This one's the vellum. And I love that it's nice and thick vellum. You could really heat emboss on this really well, I believe. I haven't tried it, but I think you could. Okay, and then here's C. And so this one you do have, that's why you need to make sure these are low, because this one here is, I'm gonna see if I can lower this one. Because you can kind of see it. Let's see if that helped at all. Okay, there we go. There we go. And that's it, I think. These are gorgeous, but it is, yeah, this one is definitely 3 layers. Can you see that? I mean, it's gorgeous. And since I'm hand doing it, I think that's okay. But if you're going to send this through the mail, I probably would do this last one, and it's paper, but I would do this one with the tear and tape because it makes it 3 layers. Okay, here are the 3 cards. What do we think? I love them. These are, I love those pink and purple watercolor ones from a couple months ago. ago, but I love this one too. Okay, so now let's try and make a scrapbook layout with these, with the materials from these. Let's see. I pulled out some paper, some cardstock, and I've got a couple ideas that I saw. Oh, one thing I wanted to show you is I saw somebody, um, somebody make a card where they used this swirly embossing folder on the special. I'm going to punch this out because I'm going to need it, but on here, right, they used this and kind of lined it up so that the swirls were going through here. And I think that would be great for like a sand dune or something like that. Um, so I don't know. I got this out because I wanted to show you. Yeah, these cards are very peaceful. I really think any of these would be good for a sympathy card with, obviously different sentiments. Okay, let's see. I'll put this away later. So let's just punch out one of each of the kits. That's what we do here. If you're new, for the paper pumpkins, what we try to do is use one set of the card materials and make a layout. So I try and limit myself to one set, but um, you know, was I supposed to put this on something? Was this supposed to go on that card? Let me look back. It didn't look like there was an extra thing, but oh yeah, there is this here. So let's go back to that card. Let's see. I think it goes on this card, right? I don't know. I might not put it on just because I'm already done, but I think that, let's see if we can slide it in there. I mean, we could slide it in there. You know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do some tear and tape. It looks like in the instructions you're supposed to put pop dots. I'm not going to though, because I think that would, I don't think it'll interfere with that. So I'm just going to do some tear and tape here. I mean, it'll add something, especially if it was popped up, but I don't, I thought it was beautiful even without that, so I just noticed because we didn't use it on anything. Okay, let's try and stick this in here. There we go. There we go. I mean, really, I don't think it changes the look of the card very much, so. Okay. So I've got those. Let's see. I've got these. And I don't know how much of these I'm going to be using, but they're available for our use for this. So let me see. I'm going to put this in here once I pulled this out. Let's see. One of these, one set of these. Okay, let's see. Um, one set of these. I'll make the second set of these on for a TikTok and an Instagram reel. That's usually what I do with my third set of cards. And I might record that before I go so that I have some stuff to post while I'm gone. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at the card bases. We can use this card base. This one I'll use later. This card base. This one I'll use for TikTok. And then, let's see, these card bases. And I'll use this one for TikTok. And also, we do have the envelopes, which I sometimes use. Again, I want to show you the envelopes are colored, right? The whole thing. So it's really nice. So we can use one if we want to cut them up. I try to avoid cutting these up because I love to have the envelopes to mail. And some of you probably have gotten some mail from me that was a paper pumpkin. So, okay, let's see. And then there are these. Basically, one of these. I don't know that we'll necessarily use these, but they're there. Okay, these go. So you do get extra of these. Okay, I think that is it of what we theoretically could. Now, this is a self-imposed, limit. So if we end up, we need to use one of the other things, we can. I just like to be able to make, two sets of the cards. Okay, so we have all these supplies, and then I brought some of the colors that were listed. Remember, I said it was let me read these off again. Basic Black, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie, and Petal Pink. So I got Black, Misty Moonlight. This is like all I have of the Misty Moonlight. I've got some Pecan Pie. This is, I don't know, some French vanilla. This is Lost Lagoon, what I had. This is Mossy Meadow. And then I have some full sheets of Pecan Pie. So do I have two of them? Yeah, two Misty Moonlight, couple white, and then I did throw in a couple of these basic gray. And I'll tell you why, because here's some examples of things that I've seen people make. And like a lot of them use gray around it. I think these must be cut out from a different set. Maybe those are from the Scenic Adventure. And then this one. I like this one. So what I was thinking is I really would like to do something like this across the bottom. That's what I want to do. Something across the bottom. Then up here, we'll figure something else out. Okay. What do you guys think? If you guys have any opinions about this, I like how they use this. Like these pieces. I like how they use that. So first I'm going to try, let's see how we can figure out to do that across the bottom. I think I'm going to do I guess I don't know, a Misty Moonlight background, or should I do the gray? Misty Moonlight or the gray? I think I'm going to do the Misty Moonlight background with the white here. Okay. And then I might try and put in some of the pecan pie somehow. I don't know, maybe I should do a pecan pie background since it's going to be a lot of blue. I might do that, but then that means I have to incorporate some of that. Okay, let's try that. Let's do the pecan pie background. Let's get this stuff out of the way. But this is what we can use. Got a lot of good stuff that we can use. Okay. So I'm going to use pecan pie as a background. Okay, let me get these, let me get my mats so that you can see them because they're off screen a little bit. Let's see. When I set up my camera, I put the height so that I thought I could get the two. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, there's the pecan pie. I'm gonna just tape this down a little bit so they don't slip around. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to do the white. I think I'm going to do these 11 inches. I was thinking about doing it 10 inches, but um, I don't know. I think that might be too. So I'm going to take 1 inch off of both sides, the top and the bottom. Okay, and then do the same on this one. So I should have an 11-inch square. Okay, so let's adhere these down. Now, you could gut the inside of the pecan pie, and normally I would do that. I'm trying to make this not too long because I don't want to be on too long. Okay, so this should be about 1/2 inch all the way around of a border. Okay, like that. So you could see a lot of that pecan pie is being covered, so normally I would kind of gut it, but okay. Okay, like I said, a 1/2 inch. I almost said half an hour. A 1/2 inch down all the way around. All right, so there's a 1/2 inch border around. Okay, now here's going to be the hard part, I think. I don't know. Um, can we make this go across? How can we make this go across? Oh, you know, I think if we could somehow, I don't know, I think we'll have to cut. I'm just kind of placing these to see. Oh, I only have the one. How did they make? They must have used more than one, right? They had to have used more than one. Maybe they made their own. Maybe they made their own on this one. Here they split it up. They obviously used two. They obviously use 2 sets here, right? Because this will fit as one. And then you would have to use another one. But, what do you think about doing? I don't know. No, I don't. I'm not sure. What do you think about doing one like this? Doing the kind of just making it the 3. Let's see. So it looks like they did something like this. And then this one down here in the middle. And then we can add the other things around that. What do you think? This one I'd obviously have to cut in half. I'm okay with this. So what we need to do is looks like they matted this. So let's do that with I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight. Okay, so this is 5.5. So I'm probably going to do, yeah, I'll do 6. They have a very small border. Maybe they cut it into sections but this one doesn't have photos mats underneath. This one, yes. Well, still, I think it would have to be 2. So let's make this 6 inches. And then this is 8.5. Okay, let's do this 6 by 9. I could have put maybe the gray under it. Okay, so let's mat these 2, the ones around the edge. And I'm taping these down, so I'm going to use my Tombow, and just in case we're going to take it apart, I find that the ATG gun, it's more hard to take apart. So, okay. Okay, so this is going to go here. And this one, oh, I ran out. Let's see. Hopefully I have more of this. I bought a brand new pack the other day that I was going to take with me to England. Okay. Back on track. Okay. Gonna have used Mossy Meadow, but I don't have that much Mossy Meadow. Okay, that's gonna go there. Now these ones, that's cut in half. Right at 4 1/4. Okay, and then I will cut this Misty Moonlight. Four and 3/4 by 6. Let's see how that's a 1/2 inch more all the way around, I think. And we could put these right up against the corners if we want. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have, oh, that one's a little bit of an overlap. I really wanted this to go all the way across the bottom. That's what I had in my head. But I like this too. Okay. So before I glue these down, let's see. Okay, they did them all kind of all on the weight. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna glue these down. What do we think? You know, I might, I might put, no, because I'm gonna put my picture on these. So give me a thumbs up if you like this layout so far. Okay, and then I was thinking about putting, I'm not gonna be able to put that, let's see. I've gotten 3x4 photos. Now these ones maybe should be matted too. What do you think? I think I should mat the photos. I don't think the 4x6 will fit there, but I do have some 4x4 cards. Let's see. And then we could fit in some of the decorations. Okay. That's okay. Let's look at it that way. Let's tape everything down except for the photo placeholders because I think I'm going to mat those. Okay, so let's tape these down. And then I'm going to try and do the 3 dimensions with the decorations that they had. Let's see if we can get that going. Michaela just sent me some photos of them hiking last weekend. I should have maybe printed some of those off. Okay. And then this one. Yeah. I must not have taped that one down. These ones are all taped down, right? Yeah, these ones are all taped down. Okay. Okay, now let's see about the 3D elements. Let's see, we can't really do that there. We could do it there. Okay, so I'll do that 3D element. We've got these trees that we could put someplace. Let's see, these ones went here, right? Okay, so let's make these a little bit 3D. I think I'm only going to put the dimensionals on one layer, on the base layer, because with scrapbooks you don't want it to be too, too bulky. So I'm not going to do like the 3 layers of dimensionals like in the cards. I'm going to add one more here under the, let's see, how high does this go? Okay. And I think this one, I'm going to do one more over there too, because it will be covered. Okay. This one goes next, and I'm just going to adhere this down. This will just give some fun. This is the vellum though. I didn't think about that. But was there another little green on that one? There was another little one, right? Let me find that piece. Here it is. Okay. You might be able to see that. Oh, we'll see. Not too bad. And then put this. Yeah, there we go. You can't really see any of the dimensionals. So that's only one layer of dimensionals. Okay, this one. Let's do the base layer here with the dimensionals. And they had ones like this, if I remember. I don't think it's a problem to have it just one side be dimensional. Okay, and then this one, like I said, I'm not doing dimensionals on the second layer, so let's just tape this down. Okay, and then there were the trees. Let's see, what did I do with the trees, guys? I'll find the tree in a second, but I do have these ones. Was there another? Yeah, there's another little thing here. Okay, so let's just put dimensionals on this one. And this one is paper, so you can put dimensionals anywhere you want. Okay, put this here. Now, when I adhere this one down, I'm only going to put tape along the bottom here so it can be covered by this piece. And this is paper, so this one you could put as much adhesive as you want. Okay, there we go. So really all of these, there's only one layer of dimensionals. Okay, and then there were the trees. But you know what we could also do? And I don't think this would be cheating. Let me know what you think. And again, there's no cheating because this is our own rules that we're making up. But I could take this envelope and cut out some trees to put places, right? Because I do have a die, I think, that cuts some trees. So if we wanted to add more trees, I could do that. Okay, here's this. So like, you know, if I wanted something, we're putting the pictures there. So we wanted to put the tree here. Yeah, I'm going to put the tree back there. What do you guys think? I like the tree there. To kind of give it a little bit of symmetry. I didn't bring my little. Okay, let's put this down. And I'm putting it far enough down that you can't see the bottom of it there. Okay. Okay, now let's do our pictures. Here are the photo mats. So we need, let's do the three, oh no, there's four that are 3x4. And I'm going to do them, I think, this is like 3 1/4. I'm gonna do a 3 1/4. So we need 4. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And so we need 4 of those. Okay. And then we'll need a title probably, but I'll worry about a title later. And I can put the title over here or something. Or just some journaling spots. We'll find some journaling spots here. Okay. So let's put these down. That one's going to go there. And then I will have to put some foam dots on the back of this one because this is, remember, this is bulked up. I won't have to do that on this one. Okay, let's see. I'll just center that right like that. This one, I'm going to put adhesive along the bottom, and then I will put some foam dots along the top. Again, this one has got foam dots, so we want this to be even. There, okay. Put one here. Actually, this is going to have a lot of pictures on it. If my iPad is got batteries, it's got a charge, I will show you some of the pictures Mick just sent me. Okay, and then the same over here. I really like Misty Moonlight. I love this color. Maybe I can cut some trees out that are Mossy Meadow to bring some of that green in there. I feel like we need some green. And I shouldn't have maybe put those all the way down, but there we go. Okay. And then the pictures down here. So let's see, do I have, I don't know if I have more I don't have any more. I don't have enough Misty Moonlight to put here, so I can maybe let's do some of the green. Should I do the green or should I do some of this gray? I think the green. Let's do the green. So I need 4¼ by 4¼ Let's see, is this 4¼ Oh, it's 4¼ perfect. Okay. I'm really liking how this is turning out. I do think we need some trees though. And I'm going to put this kind of towards this way so that I can put some trees there. And then the last picture. And I'll do the same thing here. I'll put it a little bit to this side. And let me see. I think the Scenic Adventures has these trees. Guys, I have no idea where my scenic adventure dies went. Well, I don't know because I just made those cards. So it's probably out someplace. I will add some trees here. So let me do once more of a walkthrough and then I will just move on. Yeah, I don't know where they are, so I'm just gonna leave it at this for right now. And I will add some of the trees, I think, in various places. So I mean, I'm happy with how this turned out. And I will cut them. I think I'm going to cut them out of this envelope. I don't think it's on my desk here. I do have a lot of stuff boxed up because I'm not boxed up, but in bags. For example, this is for next week's live, or if not next week, Sunday. This is for Sunday's live. So I have everything that I need in one baggie because since I'm going on vacation, um, I, I'm trying to stay organized. Yes, Julie, it's the one with the mountains. The ones I did, the easel card. And I just did that live. I think that might have been, was that last week's live? Was that one? So I don't know what I did with it. So, yeah, the ones, and I think it has trees pretty much just like these. Let me see if my iPad doesn't have any juice left, so I'll show you the finished layout once I put their pictures on here. And once I get the trees cut out, I'll post the finished layout. So a couple announcements before we go. Tomorrow my YouTube hop video will go live, and I made this. It's hard to show you like this, but it's a swinging gatefold card using this Feathered Friends. So this will drop at 2 p.m. tomorrow. It's part of the YouTube hop that I'm participate in every month. So all the directions for this, actually my blog, I have the directions for this up already with the measurements and everything. So if you go to my blog, periodicallycrafty.blogspot.com, you can find the directions. The video won't be live until tomorrow at 2 p.m. because I'm restricted on when I can put it live. Okay, so this is going to drop tomorrow at 2. And then my normal Sunday Night Live, we will be making this card, which is from the Celebratory Sips collection, and it is a fun fold card. Isn't that fun? It's a very different. So I've never made one like this before, so I really love it. And I have got this pretty twine. I think this twine came in one of the paper pumpkin kits, actually. I think one of the Christmas ones. So I just use that. That's one of the another good thing about having the paper pumpkin is you have, lots of leftover supplies. So this is next week, or this is tomorrow at 7 p.m. This one is a YouTube video that drops at 2, and then this one is we're doing together at 7. Instructions for this are already up on my blog. Okay, well, thanks for joining me for the paper pumpkin. Remember, I'm not doing one in June because I'll be in England, but I have 2 very special lives while we're in England. One, we're going to put together the heirloom greetings card kit. Vicky is going to be my special guest. We're going to put that together while we're at the Jane Austen Festival. So it looks very Jane Austen-like, I think. We're going to do that one week. And then the next week, we are doing I'm making, like I said, a travel junk journal using the A Look Back kit. It's like a little notebook. So it's called a look back notebook, maybe, or maybe it's just a look back kit. So we're gonna do that, and I'm going to put like all of my little souvenirs and tickets and memorabilia stuff in it. So we're gonna do that on the fly too. Um, so those will be fun from England. Okay. Well, thanks for joining me. I hope to see you tomorrow. And if you do join me tomorrow, maybe I'll post my finished layout if I find my stamp and dies. We'll do that. But even if I don't get it, I think that I love how this is. I love the layout as it is. And I love the three-dimensional part on here. That's kind of really fun. Kind of really fun. So, okay. I will see you maybe tomorrow. Bye.